Your mind is like a storm, relentless, filled with endless thoughts and worries. You're constantly analyzing, planning, and overthinking, and it feels impossible to escape the noise. But what if you didn't have to be trapped in that mental chatter? What if there was a way to step outside the storm and experience a deeper, peaceful silence? In this video, we'll explore how to quiet your mind, reconnect with the present moment, and find clarity. Let's begin. Imagine walking through a beautiful forest. The birds are singing, the breeze rustles through the trees, and a stream flows nearby. But you don't hear any of it, because your mind is elsewhere, caught up in worries about yesterday's failures or tomorrow's problems. This is how many of us live daily, surrounded by beauty, but blind to it because of endless mental chatter. Why does the mind behave this way? It's wired to believe that constant thinking equals survival. Your mind replays past events and anticipates future ones, thinking it's protecting you. In reality, it's robbing you of peace and presence. This mental noise has a cost. You're alive, but you're not truly living. You're present, but you're not fully here. And this cycle of overthinking leaves you drained. But silence, the kind that calms your mind, can change everything. Think about how many precious moments have slipped through your hands unnoticed. Perhaps you've been in the middle of a deep conversation with someone you love, but your mind wandered to tasks you hadn't completed. Maybe you were in a peaceful setting, by the ocean or in a park, but instead of enjoying the stillness, your mind replayed past mistakes. We miss out on so much of life because of this endless noise. Imagine how much more fulfilled you'd feel if you could hear life as it unfolds, if you could fully appreciate the present moment without being dragged into an internal conversation. Every missed moment adds up, leaving you with the lingering feeling that life is passing you by. But it doesn't have to be that way. How much of your life is spent trying to control everything? You plan, strategize, and overanalyze, hoping to steer life according to your desires. But think about it. How often does life go exactly as planned? Missed calls, sudden changes, or unexpected setbacks constantly remind you that control is just an illusion. We cling to control because it provides a false sense of security. Yet the more we hold on, the more anxiety and frustration we create. Letting go feels terrifying at first, but it's not about giving up. It's about realizing that you were never fully in control to begin with. Life is unpredictable. The harder you try to grip it, the more it slips away, like water in your hands. But when you release your tight hold, opportunities and clarity begin to arise naturally. This shift from control to trust is where peace is found. Ask yourself this: when was the last time you truly surrendered to the moment? Not in a careless or reckless way, but in a way that allowed you to simply be, without demanding that life go your way. Many of us fear that surrender means weakness, but in truth, it's one of the greatest sources of strength. When you let go, you create space for life to flow naturally. You're no longer fighting reality, you're moving with it. And in that flow, you discover something remarkable. The more you trust life, the more it aligns in ways you couldn't have imagined. You'll notice opportunities, synchronicities, and moments of deep connection. The present moment is the only time life truly happens. The past is a memory. The future is a possibility. Yet most of us spend our days lost in one or the other. Stillness can feel uncomfortable because it forces us to face life as it is, without distraction. But stillness isn't emptiness. It's full of presence and clarity. Imagine a snow globe. When you shake it, the swirling snow obscures your view. But when you let it settle, everything becomes clear. Moments of deep peace, watching the sunset, listening to waves, feel so magical because you're fully present. In these moments, you realize you don't need to change anything. You simply need to be here, now. Think of how different life would be if you spent more time in presence. Instead of rushing through your days, distracted and overwhelmed, you'd begin to notice the small wonders around you. The smell of rain, the sound of children laughing, or even the rhythm of your own breath. These details, often overlooked, hold immense beauty. Presence is not about eliminating your responsibilities or withdrawing from the world. It's about showing up fully for life as it unfolds. When you embrace presence, you begin to experience the richness of everyday moments. So how do you find that inner silence when your mind constantly races? It's not about stopping your thoughts entirely. It's about observing them without being consumed. Let's explore 3 techniques to help you do this. Sit somewhere quiet and expand your hearing. Notice every sound without judging or analyzing it. Treat each sound as part of a symphony of life. This simple practice helps anchor you in the present, allowing your mind to naturally settle. As you practice this, you might notice that your mind quiets down without any effort. You begin to hear the subtle sounds you hadn't noticed before. Birds chirping, distant conversations, the rustling of leaves. These sounds connect you to the present, grounding you in the here and now. Breath awareness can be done anywhere, at your desk, in line at a grocery store, or during a moment of stress. It serves as an anchor to the present, reminding you that peace is always within reach. As thoughts arise, label them. If you're worrying, say to yourself, worry. If you're planning, say planning. By naming your thoughts, you create distance between yourself and them. This reminds you that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. Over time, this simple technique becomes a powerful way to break free from the grip of your mind. You start to see your thoughts for what they are, passing clouds in the vast sky of your awareness. When you detach from your thoughts, something profound happens. You realize that you're not the storm of emotions and thoughts. You're the sky that holds it all. The struggles, fears, and doubts that once felt overwhelming start to fade. Instead of being swept away by the current, you stand on the shore, watching the water flow. Imagine standing by a river. The river represents your thoughts. You don't need to control it, just observe. This perspective shift gives you the freedom to live without being consumed by mental noise. This new awareness also transforms your relationships. You begin to see others not as separate from you, but as reflections of yourself. Their joys and struggles become yours. Compassion grows naturally as you recognize that we're all interconnected, like waves in the same ocean. Understanding that you are part of life's flow is liberating. You stop demanding that life go a certain way. You no longer resist what is. Instead, you trust that life is unfolding exactly as it should. This trust brings profound peace. You begin to notice the beauty in small things, the warmth of sunlight on your face, the sound of birds singing, or the rhythm of your breath. These simple moments hold the essence of life itself. Letting go of control doesn't mean doing nothing. It means showing up fully for the present moment, without trying to force it to be different. Ironically, when you release the need for control, life often aligns in ways you could never have planned. So how do you quiet your mind and find peace? By practicing presence, by letting go of control, by observing your thoughts without attachment. These small daily practices will help you shift from struggle to peace, from resistance to acceptance. Remember, life isn't something you need to conquer. It's something to experience fully, here and now. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support helps us create more videos on mindfulness, presence, and self-discovery. Thank you for watching.